Hey, it is Mike the NBA guy here, and yesterday the Sixers had their first Q&A with the new head coach Doc Rivers. And overall, as a Sixers fan, I was pretty happy with it. Pretty happy. There was one small issue I had, but I'll get to that in a minute. But overall, I was pretty satisfied with what he said, and I would like to say that I am taking all that he said with a grain of salt because obviously he was just hired. He hasn't done anything with the team yet. I doubt he's met with most of the players yet in any real sense. Okay? He's not going to say anything that's going to turn any of the players or fans against him this early. Alright, he's just not. If he has a brain, which I think he does, he's not going to say a bunch of stupid stuff. He's not going to sit there and say, I'm going to trade Simmons or Embiid, obviously, you know? But what he did say, for the grain of salt that we take it as, he said some good things, okay? He said that he loves the Ben and Embiid pairing, and he said that they have been successful together, which is true, especially back in 2018. Every year for the last 3 years, they've gotten worse playing together, and it's not their fault. It's that the pieces around them have not necessarily gotten less talented, but have become a worse fit for those two players. Okay, they do not fit together as well with Harris, Horford, and Josh Richardson as they do with Covington, Saric, and JJ Redick. They don't. Now, is that 2018 team better than this year's team? I don't think so. I don't think that team was any better than this year's team, even with Al Horford being terrible. I don't think they were better because Simmons was better, Embiid was better, okay? Covington was inconsistent, Saric was terrible on defense, JJ was terrible on defense. Okay, that team was not a better team than this year's team was, but they fit much better together, and the Heat are showing right now in the finals, okay, they've shown throughout the playoffs that fit is very important for a team. Fit and chemistry. Alright, so he said that he wants to have Ben and Joel play together. I am very happy with that. They asked him about Shake Milton, and I love his response where he said, if you can play like you played against us in LA, meaning Shake Milton, then I don't have to say another word, and that's true. I would love for Shake Milton to be a full-time starter for us, okay? I think that a starting lineup, if we end up trading Horford and Richardson to the Kings for Hield, which I think is very possible, Horford, Richardson, maybe Zaire Smith, and a first-round pick or two, and in return we get Buddy Hield and some other little pieces. Okay, I think Milton, Hield, Simmons, Harris, and Embiid is a fantastic starting lineup. Okay? But anyway, aside from that, because he didn't mention anything about trades, he said that he wasn't sure yet if he was going to have Horford and Embiid play together. He said, obviously, they're going to play together some, but he doesn't have any idea yet as to whether they will start or not. And that's fair. What else do you expect him to say? I think he knows deep down they're probably not going to start together. I hope they don't start together. But, that's exactly what I wanted to hear from him. Alright, he plans to increase the pace of the offense. Totally fine with that. We played weirdly slow this year, and I think Simmons plays well in a fast-paced setting, even if once in a while it would be nice to slow it down for Embiid. Alright, he said some great things about chemistry and accountability. I really liked how he said that accountability has to be in every part of the organization. It has to start at the top and go through everyone. Alright, I completely agree with that, and I'm hoping that he will build a culture of accountability and holding players accountable. It's something that Brett Brown talked about, but I don't think Brett Brown ever really did. Okay, I definitely trust Doc Rivers to sit there and tell Embiid, you need to get in shape, you need to be in the post. Tell Simmons, you need to be shooting threes. And that brings me to the one issue I did have with what he said. And when asked about Ben Simmons shooting the ball, he said that he is not concerned about Ben Simmons shooting, he's only concerned about winning. And if a jump shot is what Ben Simmons needs to win, then they will figure it out when the time comes. Now, on one hand, okay, and I've talked to some other Sixers fans about this already today, what else was he going to say? He's not going to sit there and call out Ben Simmons before, the team's first practice. He's not going to sit there and say that he needs to change his game or anything. So I understand, but I just want to say, even though I do believe that Doc Rivers will have Ben Simmons shooting more jump shots and he will be holding him accountable and making him significantly, I believe this coming season is going to be the best Ben Simmons we have seen. I fully believe that, okay? I just want to say I am a little worried about it because we've waited 3 years, and every year we hear new stuff that Ben Simmons is going to shoot this time. Excuse me. Ben Simmons is going to shoot. He's shooting three-pointers. We see his videos of him shooting three-pointers. I've got to see it, okay? I've got to see it consistently before I'm going to believe it. And I say that, before the next season starts, and if Ben Simmons takes one three-point shot in, a scrimmage game, I'm probably going to be like, yo! Because, I'm a very hopeful person. But I'm just saying, that is my one tiny concern, that he did not say explicitly that he's going to make Ben Simmons shoot, but I'm not worried about it because I do believe that is something he is going to do. I do believe Ben Simmons is going to start shooting like a normal NBA player next season. Okay, even if he's just Rajon Rondo, okay, an occasional three-point shooter when he's wide open, that's all this team needs. All right, so overall, very happy with this first interview with Doc Rivers. I'm very happy with the signing of Doc Rivers. All right, I don't think he's the greatest coach ever, but I think he's a pretty good coach, and he's better than Brett Brown or Mike D'Antoni. So that's my thoughts on Doc Rivers. We'll see over the offseason. I'll probably talk more about Doc Rivers as he keeps, having more interviews, and when Sixers training camp starts, whenever that ends up being, because this is still my main team. But for now, that's all I've got to say as of right now. So thank you for watching and listening. If you could please like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And that's all.